welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And now, your Dallas Mavericks starting five. At point guard, at 6'3" inches, number 1. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 23, Wesley Matthews. At center, standing 6'11", number 3, Mavericks. A forward from Germany, number 41, at small forward, standing 6'8", number 40, Harrison Barnes. The head coach is Rick Carlisle. Mavs fans, your Dallas Mavericks.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans facing the Dallas Mavericks. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and, you know, there are guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Hill and Davis are the forwards. Holiday out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Smith, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Barnes outside. Back to Smith. And the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
How about the strength of Smith? Just absorbs contact like a champ and finishes with confidence.
Dallas shooting their first free throw tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. So many great point guards in this year's draft. Greg, what stands out to you about North Carolina State's Dennis Smith?
Well, I think he's the best athlete of them all. A terror off the bounce, great toughness, and he's drawn some comparison to Stevie Francis when you talk about his bounce and physicality.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And that screen created the space for the shot, and Holiday launches the jumper. It finds nothing but the bottom.
Nowitzki a screen. Smith with it. Back to Barnes. It's Matthews on the wing. 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to talk to Alvin Gentry a few minutes ago. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. So it's the Mavericks now, following the score by New Orleans. Noel sets a screen for Smith. Over Cousins, and it's good off the back rim and in.
How about that quick trigger in terms of the release of that shot there by Smith, always looking to get it going from the mid-range.
Now here is Hill. Here's Davis. Good D by Barnes. Down low. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Rondo kicks to Davis over Nowitzki, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
When Anthony Davis came into the NBA, you started to think about how he could dominate on the post, but it's really the growth in him as a shooter to stretch it out and shoot three-point shots that really has opened up some eyes.
No good on that one. And Davis changed his whole shooting form in New Orleans. He used to shoot from his chest. It blocked his view of the basket. That's
never a good thing. That's your target. So shifting it over on the right side, more towards the shoulder, raising up so that he's got a more clear shooting window. That takes a lot of diligent work, Kevin, and a lot of players try their whole career to fix a shot that's failed. I think AD has done a good job of not only committing to it, but finding success with the new form.
Now here is Smith. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nowitzki a screen. Holiday against Matthews. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A three from Barnes, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Barnes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for Anthony Davis.
Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about two key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Opening day upon us, Brent. Some teams already looked as if they are championship contenders already. Others clearly in a rebuild mode. What's the mindset of players entering the season on a rebuilding team?
Well, if you're a veteran guy, you're asking your agent, can I get a trade? they would love to get on one of those contending teams. But a rebuilding team is about making progress each month, really, quite honestly. That's what you want to see, Kevin, is progression month to month. Each of the games, maybe chunk out a block, 20 games here, 20 games there, and you want to see just improvement overall in what your squad is doing.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Mavericks trail by 4. Smith for 3. The shot comes out, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Here is Matthews after Rajon Rondo's bucket. And Matthews kicks to Smith. Noel sets a screen for Smith. Off the screen, and then Smith with the dunk.
And this is one of Smith's strengths, his ability to attack and cut through the defense and just finishing with ease at the rim.
Now here is Hill, and stolen by Barnes. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
And that one's good by Davis.
The ball rotates over to AD, and he simply rises up and makes that jump shot look so easy.
Now here is Smith. 6 points for him. Over Rondo. Dallas again missing.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better. Coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. The first time in a long time for the Mavs. And they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
The first one falls.
Now, Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
Both shots good from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 6. Smith the pass to Noel. Barnes outside. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Again the miss by Smith. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Davis on the follow.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Matthews dishes to Smith. It's stolen by Rondo. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Rondo's got 6 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. 1, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And 2, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
Checked in for Dallas. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 4th, Anthony Davis.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Nice job coming off that screen. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Now here's Cousins. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Good on the shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Matthews against Holiday. Dishes it to Barea. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. The kick out to Holiday. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mejri comes in for Noel. And it's Seth Curry in for Wesley Matthews. New Orleans also making some changes. Miller's checked in for Hill. Allen comes in for Drew Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Barea kicks to Barnes. Here's the screen. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Dallas no good that time either. New Orleans leading by 9. Cousins with a screen on Barnes. No good from Clark.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 5. Lock at 6 over Davis. Offensive rebound. Finney-Smith. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And from the day that Anthony Davis was drafted, New Orleans had a win-now mindset.
Well, that's what the decree from the upper management was, and maybe a little bit unfair to put that kind of pressure on such a young superstar talent who wanted to find his way in the NBA. The front office focused on making some trades and surrounding him right away without understanding exactly what Anthony Davis was going to be good at. Let's face it, he's still great, and there's still that opportunity for AD.
And that one's good. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Here's Allen. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Barnes. Curry kicks to Barnes. And no good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Miller's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Curry kicks to Mejri. Back to Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. No good from outside.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible, not getting anything to go.
And Davis throws it down.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
I don't think you ever expect to carve out such a big lead early on in a game like this, but let's see if they can maintain momentum.
Mejri, the pass to Finney-Smith. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Brent, 14 years in the NBA, you spent about half your time on the defensive end. Of all the guys you were matched up against, who was surprisingly difficult to cover?
It's funny, Kevin, because a lot of coaches would tell you I did not spend half of my time on the defensive end.
Well, I know better. I know better.
Surprisingly difficult to stop, I would tell you, it would be Mitch Richmond. Many years in Sacramento playing for the Kings. He was known as the Rock, And I can tell you why. Running into him and his physicality as a two-guard was very, very difficult to stop. One of the game's greatest two-guards.
Sturdy, wasn't he? I mean, he was thick. He was hard to move is what I think about.
He was very thick and physical, which was something that I was certainly not. And they also ran a myriad of screens for him on every possession. The most potent offensive player they had was Mitch Richmond, and they would get him open every time. So a very difficult cover for me.
And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw, no good. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. Two Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
And the Pelicans might have the most formidable front court tandem in the NBA. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis. Some calling them Fire and Ice. Gee, I wonder who Fire is.
Now here's Curry. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Allen kicks to Clark. Now the dish to Davis. And that's going to be a travel. And the Pelicans, Brent, had flirted with small ball. How's the fit between Cousins and Davis?
Well, it does help out that both of these guys are so talented and capable of shooting the basketball as big men. But I think AD plays better off the ball and not really force-feeding him. DeMarcus is just the opposite. He's got to have the ball in his hands to make plays. So we'll see how they end up working this thing out. They could still use some perimeter shooting because of the attention that these two big guys are going to draw on a nightly basis.
2 points. That one goes.
One of the better shots in his arsenal. Someone has to rotate.
Clark kicks to Allen. Davis sets a screen. Allen dishes to Davis. Shoots over Measuring. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Allen.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
There's the pick. Pass to Finney-Smith. The feed now to Barnes. Here's Measuring. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Back to Allen. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for New Orleans. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be right back after this. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. You know, one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
On the wings, Curry and Barnes. Mejri is out there with Nowitzki, and it's Farrell in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
One shot.
And that one falls for Nowitzki. So often nowadays in transition, Brent, we'll see a guy get to the rim, then kick it out to someone standing at the three-point line. What's your feeling on that?
Kevin, who's at the three-point line?
Let's say Brent Barry's out there.
I'm more than okay with that. You know, some of the guys, Kevin, in the new age are running to the three-point line, and as the ball gets to the rim, yeah, the modern-day fast break is not your classic 3-on-2, and we're going to take the wings coming in, and we're going to feed one guy for a layup. That first available wide-open three-point shot, whether 2 seconds into the possession or 12, is something coaches are willing to live with.
Problem is, though, sometimes that big wants to run and does run, but you don't reward him, and then maybe they don't run the next time down.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have a big guy working that hard. Problem is, in today's game, some of those big guys are also running to that three-point line.
You're exactly right. Here's Moore, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Floats one. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got his first bucket in this one.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
They set the pick. Here's Farrell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Barnes. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Crawford sets the pick here for Allen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for New Orleans. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Nowitzki kicks to Mejri. Barnes up top, defended by Allen. Barnes can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Feeds to Miller. Nobody near Allen. A three-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Tony Allen at the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Noel's checked in for Mejri. Matthews comes in for Barnes. And Smith subbed in for Curry. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Jordan Crawford. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Smith outside, passes it to Farrell. Matthews against Allen. Smith on the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Smith's got 9.
And Smith continues to look better from deep, showing great touch from beyond the arc.
Here's Holiday. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Dallas calls timeout. And Drew Holiday, a good floor spacer. His three-point percentage rebounded after a down season in 2015-16.
One facet, Kevin, I would tell you as a point guard is having consistent teammates. That's not been the case. The more minutes that he plays with guys that he becomes familiar with, I think you'll see Drew Holiday have more consistent numbers.
Some changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Davis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Tony Allen. Noel, a screen on Rondo. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. He feeds it to Matthews. Moore with the steal. Pass to Holiday. He dishes it to Cousins. Puts one up from 19. That one wide left.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. Matthews against Moore. Cousins with a screen on Matthews. Off the pick. No good from Moore.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Matthews passes to Farrell. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Farrell kicks to Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. New Orleans leading by 13. Moore inside. He's covered by Matthews. Moore with the bucket.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Nowitzki a screen. To the left side wing. 4 on the shot clock. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
And Holiday kicks to Cousins. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Now here's Noel. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's a screen by Noel. Lets it go from deep. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the 3.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Noel against Cousins. And stolen by Noel. Here's Farrell, guarded by Holiday. Smith outside. There's a screen by Noel. Matthews, no one around him, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
He sunk that three in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Moore's got 7 now in this quarter.
Moore is a quality three-point shooter, so you got to D him up, especially when he's behind the arc.
Dallas calls timeout.
Alvin Gentry has to be proud that the responsibilities of playing defense for their squad last year was something that they accepted. They went from a bottom 3 team to a top 10 team defensively just last season.
And with more talent, you think the Pelicans have a chance, Brent, to step their offense up this season?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think the amazing part about last year is that the Pelicans ended up sliding their way up into the top 10 defensively. That's an area where the likes of a team like the Denver Nuggets needs to make their improvement. Maybe between those two teams, they're battling to find their way into the postseason.
Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Clark's checked in. Now here's Berea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's a screen by Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fade away. That shot no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Rondo kicks to Hill. Screen by Cousins. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Smith with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. There's a screen by Noel. Smith. No good that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. Offside Rondo. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Mavericks trail by 15. Smith dishes to Berea. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Berea. And that's now 10 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Holiday against Smith. Outside Holiday. Here's Clark. He's covered by Matthews. Baseline jumper. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. That one misses. New Orleans leading by 13. Kicks it to Holiday. They set the pick. Dishes it to Rondo. Pick up by Hill. Pass to Cousins. Over Noel. A shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, there are numerous ways to build a lead, but owning the glass may be one of the best.
And that's what you want to see. They're doing a good job getting points in the paint here in the second.
Brent, as we're becoming a more positionless league, the league is asking guys entering the NBA to do more things. And so, with that being said, of some of the youngsters, who strikes you as the most versatile?
I really love the demeanor and approach of Karl Anthony Towns' game right now. I just feel like there's something that he has in terms of how he controls himself on the floor, Kevin, and the full confidence of the complement of skills he has. Stepping back and shooting threes, playing out of the post and making passes, handling the ball on the fast break. I think Karl Anthony Towns does some amazing things and is incredibly versatile from that 5 position.
Now here's Berea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Curry kicks to Barnes. Back to Curry. Dallas moving it around. Chalk up 2 there. 12 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Here's Hill. Cousins trying to free himself up. Hill, no good. Mavericks trailed by 14. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Rondo against Barea. Rondo passes to Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. One thing that DeMarcus Cousins doesn't get enough credit for, Brent, as a big man, is his ability to pass.
Well, for his career, Kevin, averaging 3 assists per game, but has had a couple of seasons where he's almost pushed that up to 5 per game. So coaches look at that ability and try to put him in those sort of situations where they can take advantage of it.
And he knocks down the first one.
There's no question that DeMarcus Cousins is one of the most talented bigs in the league. He's even added a nice-looking 3-ball to his offensive arsenal.
Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. Jordan Crawford comes in for Rajon Rondo. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so much of what Cousins does on the court is unstoppable. But at times, Brent, his leadership is something that can get in the way.
Well, I wouldn't technically call that leadership, Kevin. There are times where DeMarcus Cousins detracts from what it is the ultimate goal of a team. In the early part of his career, created a bit of negativity around the atmosphere of what was going on. I think over the past couple years, he's been much better. He's got a new situation now and maybe a new lease on life.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Barnes hits them both.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
.104 left now here in the second. From deep. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Mavericks.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team. Just as you might expect, the bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Barnes outside. Crawford against Curry. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Clark. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Crawford's shot is good.
Well, it's 6'11" and 270 lbs. Cousins is a tough guy to get around, especially when he's setting good hard screens.
Here's Finney Smith. He has 6. Correa dishes to Curry. The tray. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Clark. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pelicans lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, Anthony Davis is such a unique talent. His defense drew the attention at Kentucky, but he's become a terrific scorer. He showed a little bit of everything in that first half. I'm kind of jealous, Ernie. I wish I could do that.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Mavericks trailed by 11. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Pelican 5 right now. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday, and it's Hill in at the 3 slot. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Anthony Davis is second.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And Noel kicks to Barnes. And Hill over to help. The dish to Smith. Back to Barnes. Shoots a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. At one point, they led by 16. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Screen by Smith. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Matthews passes to Nowitzki, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. And I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Dirk Nowitzki. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game.
And that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
And stolen by Cousins. The feed now to Hill. He kicks it to Rondo. Outside, Davis. Now the pass to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Holiday. Another miss by Holiday.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Barnes kicks to Smith. Back to Barnes. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 18 points for Barnes.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in it. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis.
Sounds weird to say, but a guy 7 feet tall like Anthony Davis could be considered an out-of-nowhere superstar. In high school, he was a skinny kid on the bench, not like he's big now. But until an 8-inch growth spurt changed everything. That's why he's got those point guard skills.
No good on the second free throw. And Davis wasn't on the recruiting radar really until his senior year of high school.
I really cannot believe that, especially after watching the 1 year in Kentucky, winning a national championship, most outstanding player of the tournament, the #1 pick, grabbing a gold medal. I mean, the scouts are out there, right?
And the Pelicans miss again.
And maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Nowitzki a screen. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Barnes against Hill. Barnes can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 6. Outside Rondo. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Back to Holiday for 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
There you go. Finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Now here is Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Matthews. Nowitzki sets a screen for Matthews. Smith for 3. Drops in the tray. Smith's got 12 points in the game.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Holiday dishes to Davis. It's tipped. Hill passes to Rondo. Hill a screen on Smith. Here's Rondo. A putback.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. You just can't buy a bucket right now.
Nowitzki a screen. Rondo against Smith. A 15-footer. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. New Orleans leading by 6. Three-pointer. Smith missing again.
And they continue to control the glass. Hill against Barnes.
Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Feeds it to Davis. Over Noel. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Holiday. And that's 18 points for Anthony Davis. And here's Smith. 12 points for him. Nowitzki a screen. Out to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Dallas no good that time either.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Here's Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 10-point Pelican lead.
Now, right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Smith. And then for New Orleans, Allen comes in for Hill. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Ferrell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Holiday with the block. They retain possession. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. New Orleans leading by 10. Passes it to Cousins. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Two shots.
That one is off. Andrew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
Curry's checked in for Noel. And he sinks the second. Here's Ferrell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the screen. Nowitzki a screen. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability. That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nowitzki a screen. Curry's shot is good.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Over Nowitzki. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 8 points here for Cousins.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They set the pick. Ferrell passes to Curry. Nowitzki a screen. 4 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Holiday.
All the officials are all over that one.
For Dallas, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Two shots.
Free throw good by Curry. Measuring, he's checked in for Dallas. Ian Clark's checked in for New Orleans. And both free throws good for Curry.
Alvin Gentry plucked away from the Warriors staff that won a title in 2015, and he was an assistant coach there. He sees the opportunity to take over his own team once again after having coached in Phoenix and headed to New Orleans. Now has a ton of talent on the inside. Can he get some guard help this year to make a push to the playoffs?
Mavericks trailed by 11. Barnes kicks to Farrell. Nowitzki a screen. Measury with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Dallas moving the ball around. Measury, the pass to Barnes. And the rejection by Cousins. Stolen. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Farrell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Davis. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. Measury, the pass to Barnes. There's the pick. Right wing. Shoots over Cousins. Nowitzki's shot is no good. New Orleans leading by 9. Allen in the post. Covered by Barnes. Cousins dishes to Clark. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Measuring with the rebound.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Now, here's Measury. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Barnes.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Davis. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Davis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
So you have an all-star type player in Anthony Davis. He's going to handle that scoring load and always put you in great position.
Farrell passes to Measury. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Moore outside. Here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. Barnes outside. Right side Curry. Pass to Farrell. Measury kicks to Barnes. Over Allen. Here's Measury, and Davis sends it back. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Moore. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a look here at the shot chart for Davis.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
The free throw drops for Curry.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Dallas making a switch here. Berea's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Darius Miller comes in for Tony Allen. And Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Ejuan Moore. And both free throws good for Curry.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Here's Clark, guarded by Berea. Davis sets a screen. Clark kicks to Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Great understanding by Davis to sense the foul coming, but also get the shot off as well.
And this is his fourth trip to the free throw line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And both free throws good for Davis. Here's Berea looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Barnes. Here's Nowitzki, and Nowitzki with the stuff.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Miller with a screen on Curry. Barnes against Davis. Over Barnes. Here's Clark. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep playing. Take turnovers out of the game, all right? Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Preaching efficiency, preaching defense. Rick Carlisle right there wants to see no mistakes out there.
Yeah, I mean, protect the basketball. Try not to force anything and just take what the defense gives you.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Dirk is the 4 with Noel manning the middle. On the wings, Curry and Barnes. And it's Berea in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 10. To the middle. There's Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. The Pelicans shooting well. 50% from the floor. Kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Now Cousins with his height is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just You get the ball deep to him on the inside, and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
There's a screen by Noel. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. Over Miller. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Barnes.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Clark, guarded by Barea. Crawford is screen on Curry. A floater, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Miller, no up. And so it's Dallas with it. Good on the shot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Clark, guarded by Barea. Clark dishes to Cousins. Fader on the way. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Barea, the pass to Barnes. And Barea has it in the corner. Clock at 4. Noel sets a screen for Barea. Shot off the pick. With the second effort, yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Noel.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, and you know who your Warriors are by plays like that. They make it when it matters most.
Rejected by Nowitzki. And now, in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. No good on the free throw. Matthews, he's checked in for Curry. And then for New Orleans, Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Darius Miller. Holiday comes in for Jordan Crawford. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ian Clark. And he's good on the second. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Davis with a screen on Matthews. From 12 feet out. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now Barea. There's a screen by Noel. Floats one up. And Davis sends it back. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And the basket by Hill. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
That's a good pull-up, and when he's in rhythm, Solomon Hill can do that.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Holiday with it. He dishes it to Davis. And they double up Davis. Clock at 6. From the wing. Rondo's shot is off.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
And Matthews kicks to Barea. Barnes outside. Dallas again missing. Pelicans leading by 5. Outside Hill. Davis sets a screen. Hill kicks to Davis, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Smith checked in for the Mavericks. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Nowitzki a screen. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Dishes it to Nowitzki. Gets an open look and hits. Nowitzki's got 19 points.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Well, there never really is, but you're right, especially coming down the stretch of a tight game. He's a guy you got to pay much closer attention to defensively.
Now here is Hill. Pass to Cousins. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks trailed by 3. Noel, a screen on Rondo. There's a screen by Noel. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. Hill with some nice D.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Pick up by Hill. Shot off the screen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Heady play by Drew Holiday, helping him get a chance to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
That one is no good.
2-possession game now, but he'd still like to have back that one he missed.
Barnes dishes to Smith. Noel, a screen on Rondo. There's a screen by Noel. 6 to shoot. Nowitzki for 3. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the pick. The dish to Rondo. To the paint. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 14-5 run. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Noel passes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double. Barnes kicks to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. On the clock to take the lead. It's rebounded by New Orleans. At one point they led by 16. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Cousins with a screen on Matthews. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Davis. So he gets them both.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Smith outside. He kicks it to Barnes. There's a screen by Noel. Inside. Here's Nowitzki. Great D that time from Davis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
I mean, that's when it's got to be a chop shop down there. When Cousins gets it that deep, he's exceptional at getting the position that he wants in the paint.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 5-point game. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double.
Jump ball, jump ball, jump ball. You two.
And so it's New Orleans with it. New Orleans leading by 5. Outside Holiday. The feed to Davis. Screen by Cousins. The wide open look here for Holiday. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Screen by Smith. Here's Matthews. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. I'm not sure, Greg, there's a player who better fits the description of a grinder than Wes Matthews.
Yeah, so tough, too. I mean, mentally and physically. He talks about inflicting his personality on the team, and he truly is what I'd call a culture builder.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Pelicans leading by 7. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Over Nowitzki. And that one's good. Cousins has got 9 points here in the second half.
We're always impressed when big guys show some touch. Well, mark me impressed.
Here's the pass to Smith. Dallas again missing.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And Holiday kicks to Rondo. Davis setting the pick for Rondo. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Smith against Rondo. The offensive rebound. And it's Noel missing. Well, for New Orleans, shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And Holiday has it in the corner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Matthews. Smith for 3. Smith missing again.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
At the line of the Pelicans, Drew Holiday taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Dallas calls timeout. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. On our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 16-6 run. Holiday dishes to Davis. Screen by Cousins. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game. Mavericks trail by 15. Matthews a screen on Rondo. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Feeds to Barnes. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Holiday. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Shooting for New Orleans, Drew Holiday, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Holiday. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Smith the pass to Barnes. And Noel kicks to Barnes. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Barnes dishes to Noel. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Noel's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pelicans.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Anthony Davis.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now here is Hill, following the missed shot by Dennis Smith, and the basket by Hill.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Now here's Nowitzki. Down low. Barnes can't get it to go. And the Pelicans with the possession. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Holiday attacking. Can't connect from short range. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.